everyone, hope you're okay. Sorry I've been absent for quite a while now, and just getting back into the swing of project life. As you can see from this layout, I am currently doing May. Yes, it is December, so I'm a few months behind, but hey, that's okay. I'm going to have a bit of a catch up this week, try my hardest to finish the year off before this year finishes. So I'm just using the Studio Calico May kit. I don't know what, I just like to use the kits, the monthly kits on that month. I know I can swap and change, and I do sometimes pick out other cards and things from other kits, but generally I like to keep to that process. I think it just helps with cards, time of the year, the kind of colour themes, things like that. I know where I am that way. Here I am just sorting out through the cards. I'm just looking, there isn't much colour in this. There's a blue, which hasn't got much of in this kit, and the red on the cup. So I just thought I'd pick out some of the darker coloured red cards. I'm just kind of sorting them into two piles, ones I won't use and ones that I might have a go with looking at the layout. As you can see, I just try a few next to the pictures, see how they look, and then decide if I like them or don't like them. This one's quite pink, this kit. Not really colour that I use a lot. I don't have a lot of pink stuff to kind of pick up on that colour, but I'll try and use them at some point. So I've just picked out those few red cards that I quite like the look of, and I'm just going to have them play around with the layout to see how they fit and how they look. Okay, so I was kind of happy with my layout. I swapped it around a few more times, basically using those same cards, and then thought, yeah, no, I'll stick with that. So just grabbed my little box of embellishments. I've got loads more boxes like that, but that's just my kind of go-to box with a few bits in. I wanted to pick up again on the red colour, so I remembered that I'd got that, so I grabbed that out with the little asterisks on as a kind of tab, just having to play around to see where I could place it. I was looking for something blue as well to pick up on the clouds and the hoodie and the weather screenshot. I haven't got loads of stuff that kind of neon-y blue colour, so I was having a quick look through some alphas and also the labels that were in the kit, but they were quite turquoise colour, so they didn't quite go, they weren't just quite the right blue. Although the sayings on them were fine. I could have had the trying or the doing or something like that, but the colour just wasn't quite right, it looked a bit insipid. So I had another look through my box and I found those little, I think they're inch by inch square kind of tabs. I think when a Studio Calico kit could have been a messy box a couple of months ago, which I knew had some blue in. I like that circle that said shine or sunshine, but it was cutting it out and my freehand cutting isn't brilliant. Neither is my guillotining, as you'll see very shortly. So I picked up on that make things happen, which I thought would go quite nice with the messy box that I'd got delivered. I wanted that asterisk tab there to cover the fire extinguisher that's in the back of that picture, which I just thought looked a bit messy. Although it was red, it just looked a little bit, kind of took away from the picture a little bit. So I wanted that to cover that. So I kind of roughly measured it to where so it wouldn't cover the cup. My guillotine is rubbish for kind of small things. There's a gap underneath the runner and it doesn't work very well. It's cutting really wonky. So I've ordered another one, the Fiskars one off Amazon, which I should be getting in the new year. I just trimming down the tab as well, just by hand, just so it didn't cover too much of the picture. I'm just trimming down that make things happen, so it says make things instead. Again, struggling with my paper trim a little bit. Ideally I need a little one for kind of little things like that, or I should have just cut it by hand, but I'm not that reliable at cutting very straight. I cut it a bit too close to the things. I didn't crop it quite off, but it was a little bit close. And then there was too much space at the top, so again I trimmed that down, just leaving enough room for the stapler where I'm going to attach it. I wanted to put something on that tag, so I was just having a look through my mini stamps. Again, probably all from Studio Calico. That's the only subscription that I have. So any others that I've acquired have just been through add-on kits or anything like that, which I don't get that often. That one there, I've no idea what kit it's from ages ago. It could have been last year. It says, currently on my mind, the story, these days, this photo on my desk. That is a well-loved stamp, that one. I used it quite a lot. So I'm just popping it on there on my desk. I was going to, actually originally when I thought about it, I was going to put in drinking or the little kind of on a break, something like that. But then I came across that one and thought, actually, yeah, that's quite nice as my work desk's in the background. I'm just stamping it on with the black Stays On ink. If I'd have measured it before, I'd have probably not trimmed it quite as short, so then I could have fitted it horizontally. Instead it's kind of going at an angle, but actually I quite liked it with the V on the asterisk. I thought it worked out quite nice. I wanted some pink for those bottom pictures. They just felt a little bit bare, so I was just looking through some of the other stamps. Didn't really know what I was going to put on there. But then I found that summer stamp, quite possibly from an old kit or one that I haven't used that yet, and I just happened to take the stamp out. It's got on there soak up the sun, rest and relaxation, vacation, adventure, snapshot. So I'm not a big fan of that big tag or the summer one, but I thought the rest and relaxation or the soak up the sun would work quite well on there. So I think I used soak up the sun, which worked quite well with that first bit of May sunshine that we'd been having in the UK. When I use a new stamp set, I sometimes rub a rubber over it, but I couldn't find rubber, so I just rub my nail across it just to give it a bit of a groove. I don't know if that actually works, it's just a habit that I've got. So again, using black Stays On ink, I just stamp that directly onto the picture. So I'm just doing my journaling card. I'm not a big journaler whatsoever, so the smaller the space the better. And plus again, I am working back a few months, so remembering what to write and thinking of the story is a bit harder, which is the only disadvantage to catching up on Project Life. I think that yes, you've got the photos and the photos do tell a story, but I think that kind of feeling behind it or sometimes the purpose of it as to why you took that picture is sometimes a little bit lost. So just date stamping that journal card and then you will see the finished layout.